They could end up getting dragged into the bottom three this weekend if they were to lose here and other results went against them. Everton, who are two places to one side of him, and he ran straight into McCann. Matches under David O'Leary. Gareth Barry against Gary Neville. And Ferdinand cleverly played it straight against Lee Hendry for a Manchester United throw. They've won 6 of their last 8 Premier League games, United, suffering 2 defeats in that spell against Fulham and Chelsea. As I mentioned, they're out of the Carling Cup, but they are through to the second stage of the Champions League. They face Stuttgart here on Tuesday night to decide who wins that group, as United bid to reach the quarter-final of the Champions League for what would be the 8th year in a row. A remarkable record. Here's Barry. Whoops. Played a 1-2 straight off from Mr. Dunn. And then gives it away. Fortune. Key. Quarter of an hour gone at Old Trafford. Still goalless. Sylvester to Cleberson. Oh, it's a good ball. And on it goes from Fortune to Giggs. Van Nistelrooy. And back again to Cleberson. And back to Van Nistelrooy. Brilliant goal. Manchester United take the lead. 16 minutes gone. Superb link up down the left-hand side. And well, the moment it fell to his feet, there was only one outcome, wasn't there? Giggs, Van Nistelrooy, Cleberson, lovely little pullback by the Brazilian, and the Dutchman tapped in. Goal number 13 of the season for him. And it was a tap-in by his standards. But the ball he delivered to Cleberson in the first place was the one that really split Villa wide open. Ruud van Nistelrooy has the incredible record now of scoring 93 goals in 122 games for Manchester United. Samuel's cross at the other end, picking out Darius Vassell. And even Ferdinand's come forward this time. He's yet to score his first United goal in the Premier League. Sylvester. Too deep this time, although Ronaldo will keep running. Delaney was trying to flick the ball against him. He's only managed to concede a corner. A minute of the first half remaining at Old Trafford. United 1, Villa 0. Ronaldo's corner kick. And it's Giggs on the far edge of the box. Clever. Van Nistelrooy! Yes! It's 2-0. He's done it again. The worst possible moment from Aston Villa's point of view to concede a second goal. Ronaldo picking out Giggs on the far side of the penalty area. Great play by Ryan Giggs. And then Van Nistelrooy took it at full stretch and somehow still had time and room in which to turn and get in his shot. It wasn't the most convincing shot, but it'll do. It's ended up in the back of the net. I'm not sure he caught it quite as cleanly as he wished, but his control in the first place was excellent. Great build-up play again, even though it came from a set piece. Van Nistelrooy doubles his and Manchester United's total. And having recently scored his first ever international hat-trick for Holland, well, he's been around in the game long enough to know, as the spectators heading to the exits behind him already know, there's only one outcome now. And it's getting a bit worrying, to put it mildly, for Aston Villa. This is going to be their 15th league game of the season completed, with only 3 wins to show. And with the rather disappointing total of 14 points, if they're not very careful, Aston Villa could get sucked into a relegation battle. Before last season, they'd finished in the top 8 for 7 successive campaigns. And when you think about it, it was only 10 years ago, which is not exactly a lifetime in football terms. They were actually runners-up in the Premier League to Manchester United. How far they've fallen in 10 years when you think what United have done in that decade. Gareth Barry with the cross. Putting in handball there by Scholes, not given though. Into the final minute of the game. There's been an air of inevitability about this match. I think from the moment Ruud van Nistelrooy put United 2-0 up just before half-time. And if I was David O'Leary, I think what would concern me more than anything is the apparent acceptance of defeat by Aston Villa. They've just not really got back into the game at all. 2 minutes of stoppage time. Forlan. What a superb effort to round off another winning performance by Manchester United. Great goal. One of the few moments of genuine quality in a disappointing second half. A moment of quality that wouldn't have been out of place in an outstanding first half. Talk about direct. One whack down the middle by the goalkeeper. He actually miscontrolled it, Diego Forlan, initially, but had the presence of mind to regain his footing, and then it was a brilliant left foot shot to finish. Well, he's in a real scoring spree at the moment. That's his 6th goal in his last 9 games for the Uruguayan international, appearing here in his 50th game for United in the Premier League. Took him a long time before he got his first ever goal. That was against Aston Villa last season. Some 26 matches he went before he scored that, but now he's a regular on the scorers list. Would you believe there's been yet another goal at White Hart Lane? That won't concern him too much, but it'll please the Tottenham fans. Stefan Dalmat has made it Spurs 5, Wolves 2. Bit of icing on the cake for Manchester United and their followers, and depending of course on the result between Leicester City and Arsenal, Manchester United could now move into 2nd place in the table on goal difference. They were 3 inferior to Arsenal in that particular column, and now they've got 3 without reply by Aston Villa. Remember, Arsenal were leading. Cleverson with the back heeler. Forlan's onside. That might be significant now. That's 4. 2 goals in 2 minutes for Diego Forlan. And the scoreline now has a much more sensible look about it as far as Manchester United are concerned. And those who drifted for the early bus home have missed 2 beauties from Diego Forlan. Never leave a match before the final whistle. Great turn, lost the defender, found the net almost in one movement. Cleverson with the back heeler. And the South American influence has rounded off a very good day for the champions here. 2 for Van Nistelrooy, who departed to make way for Forlan. Now 2 for him. The goals just keep coming. Are back to winning ways again. The disappointment of Chelsea swept aside. A brilliant first half performance by the champions. A very quiet second half, but a second half that ended in spectacular style with 2 goals from Forlan, making the full-time score here at Old Trafford. Manchester United 4, Aston Villa 0.
Well, no doubt about